Hi guys, and welcome to another Fishing Planet video. This time I'm looking at the trophy Warmouth and trophy Oscar that you need to complete the Panfish trophies trophy. And it seems quite a lot of people are having problems with this, so I thought I'd do a bit more in-depth video than some that I've seen on the internet so far. There are two spots either side of one location, one particular pier, where you can get both of these fish, both the trophy Oscar and the trophy Warmouth. And this section is just to show you me catching the final fish needed for the Panfish trophy. And as you can see, the Warmouth is a sort of fish, very much it is a panfish, rather like a red-ear sunfish or a bluegill or something like that, but a bit bigger. And that's the Panfish trophy, which is well worth having, especially if you're starting out. This is the other side of the same location, and I'm going to go through all of this later in the video, but this is just to show you that you can also catch the Warmouth, the trophy Warmouth, on this side as well. So you can actually catch the trophy Oscar on both sides and the trophy Warmouth on both sides, and you can use a variety of different baits as well, which I will go through a little bit later on, but this is just to show you that you can catch it on the other side as well. Some YouTube videos show that you can catch one on one side and one on the other, but they're both all around here, and they can take a little bit of getting, but as you can see, we've got a trophy Warmouth there too. So let's take a look at the setup first of all, and any sort of match or telescopic rod will do. Quite a light line. I've got a 0.3 mil on there and a light float, a 1 or a 1.0 hook, and then, as I say, we'll talk about the baits shortly, but bloodworms, crickets, redworms will all certainly do the job. So as you can see, we go for the middle spot out of the three. It's the one where, as you can see over on the far side, you'd normally be fishing for gar or perhaps butterfly peacock bass. And this is one of the spots. It's this sort of area of weed on one side of the pier, and this is the other, which is almost the equivalent point on the other side, but it's in open water. And it's really a question of just putting the line in at a certain distance, and then I found that the best method is to gradually work the line in about every 30 seconds. You'll see in this video that I'm a little bit impatient, and sometimes it's a lot less than 30 seconds, but as long as you can wait on each one. I found that if you leave it in one place, particularly if you're after the trophy of each of these species, you can actually sit there for a very long time and nothing will happen. Whereas if you very gradually drag it in, as you can see I'm doing here in the video, you tend to get more bites. So really it's a case of putting it in at the sort of far distance, maybe 12 meters away, something like that, and then pulling it in sections until you get to, in this case, just this side of this little weed patch. Now the weeds to the left are obviously water lilies, and you will snag on those. The weeds on this side that we're pulling through, generally you won't catch on, you won't snag on, but you will do sometimes, so it's just a question of sort of hoping for the best, and if you do get snagged, just gently pull it off. And the other thing to talk about really is the baits involved. Excuse me. So if you actually look at the two species on the list, on the sort of main page for the Everglades, where it lists the baits and the lures that you use to catch these fish, there are all sorts of baits there, but certainly bloodworms work very, very well. Red worms will work. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I actually caught the trophy warmouth that gave me the panfish trophy with crickets, so crickets work as well. So really any of those baits are fine, and I think you can probably use something like marshmallows or even semolina balls or dough balls or whatever. They're a little bit of a curious fish, both of these actually. They are panfish, but they're quite sort of aggressive panfish, and you can spin for them as well. And I did do a section of spinning when I was trying for these two earlier on, and I used a nano spinner, I think 2 grams on a 2 hook, and I caught a few panfish. I caught a trophy bluegill that I think probably is even the one that's on the screen on the list on the left now, but I didn't actually catch any Oscar or warmouth. This is actually a new account for me. I've had a Steam account for about 3 years, 2.5 years, where I've got up to level 55 or whatever and have about 1.5 million credits, and have done most of the, well, quite a lot of the trophies and the missions and things. And after watching Covite online, I decided to open a Windows account. I didn't realise you could have an independent Windows Store Fishing Planet account as well as a Steam one. So I've got both on the same PC, actually on 2 PCs. And so I'm really quite early on in the sort of setup here. This is the point where you, as you can see, you can get snagged. So if so, you can just pull it out. That was a turtle. So, but you can get snagged on the weeds as well. So yes, I've been working quite hard to get up through the levels and collect some credits on this new login that I've got. And yeah, it's going pretty well so far. I think I'm up to about level 28 or so, and I came to Florida to do some sort of fairly serious farming and get some money in the bank, but I decided to have a go at some of these trophies as well while I was here. And I thought I might as well make a video on the warmouth and Oscar. So you will pick up, as you just saw there, you will pick up bluegill and other things as well. But it doesn't take too long if you've got the right setup and you're in the right place. And I found, as I say, this technique seems to work really well. I'm just sort of inching it in, as you can see, every few seconds. And if you hear a ping, then obviously the thing to do is back straight off and hope that it doesn't tell you took the line away too quickly. And I think this is the trophy Oscar. So there you go, guys. The trophy Oscar and the trophy warmouth, both at Florida Everglades. That's how to get them. And yeah, as always, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks guys.